It's strawberry season in Oregon, and that means everyone's going crazy for hoods. We're gonna try some hoods, but Josh also stocks, what would you say, 4 to 5 different kinds of strawberries at a time throughout the season?
We usually have 3, maybe 4 at any given time.
And you also have some compote here, is that right?
We do. I wanted to demonstrate how well the strawberries held up in a culinary type environment.
So let's start with the most well-known, the hoods. Why are hoods so popular in Oregon?
Well, hoods are just probably the best eating berry. They have the highest sugar content.
Okay.
They're nice and sweet to the taste. They're easy to eat. Probably not the best berry for a cooking situation. You can freeze them just fine, but they do break down really quickly. If you put them in a pie, they're going to disintegrate.
Hoods are good for gorging.
Exactly.
Just go crazy on them right away.
Right.
All right.
This is a SHUKSAN, yes.
SHUKSAN.
And this berry was developed down at Oregon State probably about 15 years ago as kind of an answer to the hood berries about, can we get something that's going to last longer in the refrigerator and hold up better under baking conditions?
I just feel like they're a little bit more like your traditional strawberry you might get in the grocery store. It's a little bit thicker than of a taste. Let's try the compote.
These berries hold up a little bit better in a cooking type environment.
That's really good. All right, seascapes.
So this is actually my favorite of all the berries.
Okay.
It's a heartier berry, really good for pretty much any use. The one disadvantage to the seascapes, I feel like, is that they lack consistency. I'll have one that is absolutely mind-blowing, and then the next one is just kind of bleh.
But a good all-around strawberry.
I would say,
your
yeah.
general use strawberry. Okay, let's try one of these. Yeah, these are good.
And it's okay to add sugar to both the seascape and the SHUKSAN, and that's what we're showing here as well, as it holds up well in the compote.
Let's try it. That actually might be my favorite of the compote so far. Let's move on to the Albions.
The Albions are very consistent as far as their flavor goes from pick to pick. It doesn't have nearly the broad flavor profile that I feel like a lot of the other strawberries have. What it's really good for is for fruit salad because it's nice and dense. And then for that reason, it's also good for dipping in chocolate.
That's the real hot tip here. And so this is going to taste the most familiar, probably.
Exactly. More like a traditional, like what would you think of as a California strawberry?
Yeah, a lot of crunch to it too. The Albions are like your Miller High Life. Delicious, you know, familiar taste. Maybe not your craft beer of the strawberries, but it's always going to be there for you when you need it.
Should we try the compote?
Miller didn't pay me for that. Yeah. It's really good. All right, the Hanoi. Is that right?
I've also heard it called Honey Eye, Honai. So the one thing that I can tell you about them is that they've got a little bit more of an earthy flavor. They're sweet, but it might not be the most pleasurable for everyday eating. However, it does seem really good once it hits the sugar and is cooked a little bit. This might be like, I think, the winner on the jam front.
Okay. Yeah. It's not terribly sweet.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's just not terribly sweet.
So let's try the compote and see what you think of that.
Cool.
I quite liked it.
That is really good. It tastes so different. Awesome. Well, thanks, Josh, for walking us through this. I'm excited to actually know what I'm looking for at the farmer's market now.
Very good. Thank you.